So this is the most popular gaming mouse on Amazon. Is it the price? Or maybe something else? Can a $13 gaming mouse actually be good? There's only one way to find out. So here we have the Pictek wired gaming mouse. And it has 72,000 DPI, 1000 Hz polling rate, 7 buttons, a high definition optical gaming sensor. It's actually just a laser sensor. And unlisted switches for the left and right buttons! So let's start with looks. Aesthetically, this thing just looks like an early gaming mouse. I mean, it seriously looks like it was pulled straight out of the era when like Quake and Doom and games were like the end-all be-all for gaming. But thankfully, it does have RGB. So, review over. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Got it!
The cable is like stiff as a board, and the whole body is this weird like matte and gloss black plastic finish, and with the poorly cut edges. So you feel every bit of edging. You feel just about every single seam. So it's real scratchy, kind of awkward. It's not very comfortable to use on those seams. So how about functionality on this little guy? So the DPI can actually go up to 7200. But you only get 5 different settings to choose from on the mouse itself. You get 1200, 2400, 3500, 5500, and 7200. Now this might be able to be adjusted a little bit further, a little more precisely if you know, in the actual software for this mouse itself, but my computer wouldn't allow me to download the software. It honestly felt like I was trying to download something like straight from some weird adult website. Not that I would know anything about that. Now it says it has a 1000 Hertz polling rate, but dude, this thing is not smooth at all. This thing is jittery, it's really awkward and it just stutters like crazy. Now in aim labs, I could do pretty well with any challenge that required just very minimal wrist movement, but any type of tracing challenge or anything like that, or especially like flicks and stuff, absolute joke. It's not gonna happen with this mouse, not easily at least. The sensor on this thing is just so bad. The sensor causes for this extremely high liftoff distance that can't be adjusted. I mean, I'm not lying to you. The liftoff distance is horrendously bad. And the 2 DPI buttons on top are literally for just going up and down that DPI ladder. You might be able to change this in the software to actually set macros for these, but once again, I can't download software for this. Now let's talk about the switches. And honestly, the switches aren't bad. They do have a very tactile click for the left and right buttons. Like, it actually feels really good. Now there is some pretty serious pre and post travel and some very hardcore side wiggle, which is not a surprise, honestly, with the price and the build quality of this mouse. But honestly, when I was in game, I really didn't notice the pre and post travel or the side wiggle that much at all. Now what is noticeable is the scroll wheel on this thing. The scroll wheel sucks. It's mushy, there's no tactile feedback between the steps. When you click it in, it sounds fine, but other than that, it's just not a good scroll wheel. All right, let's do that spicy hot sound test there you all love. But here's what it really all boils down to. Is this worth checking out? I honestly, I can see why this is the most popular gaming mouse on Amazon. At $13, this can easily appeal to somebody that's just trying to get their foot in the door for their first gaming mouse or their first PC setup, but I don't think I could offer this to anybody. I mean, honestly, if I knew somebody that was trying to get into PC gaming and I offered this mouse to them, I deserve a swift slap in the face. Especially when for just $10 more, you can get a Razer Death Adder or the Viper Mini from Razer, both incredible mice that I highly recommend. But here's one fact that you cannot at me on. If you can learn how to play with this mouse, I mean, you can get it locked down with this. I feel like you can play with any mouse moving forward. So if you want this for training, boom, there you go. So what do I think this mouse is honestly best suited for? A paperweight? Scrap plastic? Scratching off lotto cards? Or maybe even self-defense? So maybe, hopefully someday, we'll see an end to e-waste like this, but you know, with how much money this company has probably made off this mouse, probably not. But until then, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, and like the video if you see fit. And as always, guys, I'll have an Amazon affiliate link down in the description if you want to check this mouse out for yourself. But until next time, guys, stay swole, peace.